Right, let's see what these bad boys can do. Oh, I think that will do just fine. That should do just fine. So I'm just going to make a quick video on this one. Nothing too much, because I probably don't advise people do it, because it's pretty overcomplicated for what it is, really. But we've got a sort of just short of 40 by 40 heatsink here, by about 30mm deep. So that. I've got myself a 40 by 40 12-watt fan, a 400-watt 15 amp boost converter, basically steps the voltage up. And I got myself a nice Cree LED. You could use a Chinese one, but this time I've actually gone for a genuine Cree one, which is the CMA1825, which this one is a warm white, like sort of 60-watt, 36-volt LED. So the LED is going to be mounted onto this heatsink with a bit of Arctic Silver thermal paste. And then the fan will be mounted on the back of that, as so. And then it will be powered from this unit here. So I'll get this quickly assembled in a minute and show you what it looks like after it's assembled. And there we go, big progress. So, connector goes into the car there. This then powers directly from this 12 volts to the fan on the back there. And it also goes off and comes into the input, positive, negative on this boost converter. And then from the output, positive, negative, will just come straight to the LED. So, nice and simple. Once it's powered up on it, I adjust the potentiometer down there to set it to about 35 volts. And I've also got, I forgot to mention this one in the last clip a second ago, I've got these resistors. Now this is to limit current to the LED, but I'm pretty sure on these ones actually here, you've got that potentiometer which might well limit current. But when I bought them it didn't advertise that, so I got resistors. So I got a 7-watt 1 ohm resistor there, which doesn't even sweat, but it stops this thing drawing too much current. LED could have been mounted straight there, oh well. So it's mounted on there with some thermal paste, screwed down, fan, screwed to heatsink. That is pretty much it with that. It's just really simple little package, and plugged it in, and it works. So I'm now going to modify this to work with the tail light housings. So what I could do is, because usually I'll mount these sort of things almost in it, or actually quite often I'd make systems here which have loads of LEDs inside of them. But the problem is they don't look that pretty. So this one here, like I've done on this first one, you can't actually see it. Because it'll be mounted, the LED will only be shining through this tube at the back here. So I need to make an adapter now to mount the fan unit and the LED onto that. So I'll crack on that now and I'll show you what I do. Now, this might look simple and crude. That's because it is simple and crude. It's a bit of 20mm PVC conduit glued to the LED and then hot glued around to seal the edges. And a bit of pipe expanded over the original lamp holder, and that opened out. So what I can do is, because the issue is, without mounting this to it, because this has to mount in from the back of the tailgate, that mounts in from the front of the tailgate, getting them lined up. So it's all good if this sits in there and I cut out the tailgate for that, but if not, I'm not going to get them lined up, and I don't want to waste too much light, if that makes sense. So in order to get that lined up directly in there, this one now just sits in there like that. So it sits in there, and I know then at least all the light's going into the light here, and you can barely see this LED in there. So that sits like that. So now I've just got to modify the tailgate. So what I need to do is cut open here and expand that hole in there a little bit to fit the LED and fan. I'll do that now, and then it's pretty much mounted in and done. Yeah, a little hole cut out there. This one then sits down in, sits into the other light, and there it is. There we go, mounted in. So simple. I just bit of strap and band on the back of the fan to hold the whole lot in. Cable in place. This one here, insulated pan underneath it, cable tied into the body there. That will sit flush. Pan will sit back on top of it. Be absolutely plenty of airflow around this because it will blow the air into it and out the sides and through these channels here. So that'll be excellent. And then from the outside, you really wouldn't have a clue. So does it actually work, I wonder? Let's just see. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now, they look, because they are in warm white, they look like normal bulbs. But that's bright. I guess let's turn the lights off and see properly. Alright, so we're in darkness now. Can't see much. Oh, look at that. So straight away, brake lights, reverse lights. Let's go see what we do. I would say that'll do there. Just absolutely fine. Oh wow. Wow. Yes. Try and see if I can get a... So we got... Absolutely spot on there. So I could have them brighter. I could definitely build brighter lights. But I want them to be reliable and not to suck too much power, because I'm actually not running off relay, they're off the standard setup. So I'm not sure what these are fused at or what can be running. But little fans running, which you can barely hear. By the time that covers on, you won't hear them at all. It's a rather insane reverse lights. So yeah, I wouldn't advise you build these ones. They're a bit overcomplicated for what they are, but at the same time, for a factory looking setup, you honestly, other than the fact they're super bright, you wouldn't know. So I would say success there, big success. So yeah, if you want stupidly bright reverse lights like this and other stupid mods plus builds, there's other videos on the L322 already. There'll be more videos on the L322 once I've cracked on the Mark II Golf 20 valve turbo build, and the Scirocco 20 valve turbo build, and the Twin Turbo Capri build, and the Turbo Technics Renderer Classic build. But yeah, if you want some more content and you seem to like the video, then why not drop a video, comment, tell me what you think. Give the video a like, share it around, helps me out, and yeah, with any luck, I'll see you again next time. Cheers.